Okay, welcome everybody. Whether you are on Instagram, welcome. Probably help if I kind of bring in everyone on the Instagram live. Welcome everybody who's on the Zoom. Welcome everybody. Okay. So welcome everybody. My name's Leighanne Turner. If you haven't met me before, I'm a voiceover and speaking coach, and that means that I do voices for adverts, audiobooks, podcasts, explainer videos, e-learning courses and stuff. And I also train people, mainly women, to speak effectively in business through webinars, some of my fantastic courses and audiobooks, and some people have one-to-one training coaching as well with me. So those of you who are on the mailing list, you know what to do. You get my freebie, which I give out. I give free tips and stuff out each week. So please feel free to join that on www.leannesvoice.com. Click on the mailing list and you can join. And then each week I send out great, amazing tips on how to speak more effectively. So are you ready to go? Everyone's sitting nice. You've got your drink and stuff. Okay, good. Excellent. So now I know about you, hopefully you know more about me, and welcome everybody on the Instagram, on the Zoom, on the Facebook group. I'm excited to see you here, and we're going to go through today body movements, okay? So body movements, body language, whatever you want to call it, yeah? Because as well as what you're saying out of your mouth, your body needs to support what you're saying, rather than saying like, oh, this is so interesting, and you're looking all these different, that doesn't complement your, that's the word. Your body language needs to complement what it is you're saying out of your mouth, okay? And also this is kind of like a side point. Really make sure that what it is you're wearing helps you to talk. So there's no point going to a talk and you're going to go and speak, I don't know, professionals, I don't know, consulting business meeting, okay, and you've got some tight up party dress if you're a lady, etc. It's just not going to work. You need to look great, look beautiful, look feminine, look like you, feel like you, be the best version of you, but it's got to be something that fits the audience who's listening to you and also helps you move. Because I've been to a place where I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got a baddie outfit on, but the jacket's just way too tight. I couldn't like really raise my hands and stuff, or like it was split underneath. So wear something that you can actually move, be you in, and it complements what it is you're saying, and it works with the audience who's listening to you, okay? So if you're going to go and speak to like youth people, there's no point wearing some stiff outfit. You need to look like the people who are gonna listen to you talk, because they need to relate to you, okay? And just make sure that you look and feel good for who you are, and it works with the environment you're going into, you know, because you may feel confident in a swim costume, but that may not work in front of some, you know, top CEOs, etc. And your body language needs to be confident. It needs to reflect you. Even if you're not feeling confident, it still needs to say, I'm an expert in what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying, and I'm an engaging speaker who's going to keep you interested to everything I'm going to say, okay? So you're human. You're not a robot. When you talk to people, just move and be comfortable. Your body's made in so many different parts. So move it so that it works for you as well, okay? And you're... what I'm saying is, like, you're not like just there stiff giving out presentation like that. Be human, relatable and stuff. If you've got a sneeze, sneeze. If your shoes are hurting you, take them off. Well, or probably just when your dress code, wear shoes that don't hurt your feet. It's helpful. It depends, right? You know, like in this new normal, when we were able to meet together as friends and family or whatever in clothes more than like 6 or whatever the rules are, it's helpful if you've got like a stage or a certain platform where you can move around, because sometimes if you stand behind the lectern or the stand, you can end up just standing there holding it, and that can really block your body language and stuff. So I find if I'm going to go and speak to a group of people, I find it easy if I can move around the front of the platform and also like kind of up and down the aisles, because it kind of keeps people engaged. You can kind of get those who are trying to be on their phone at the back and stuff. And if just you wouldn't usually stand, well, some people do stand or sit still for like half an hour, but I just find with talks which are really engaged. I remember when I went to see Tony Robbins, like maybe 9 years ago, right? This was at a huge auditorium, and he would be at the front, but he was walking up and down the corridors when he spoke, and he was giving high fives and all this stuff. He really brought the audience, and I remember I high-fived him as well. He really brought the audience into it. So he really kind of brought you into it, rather than it's like people, speaker, you know? He really kind of brought I really felt included in the speech, if you know what I mean. And I felt it changed the energy. If you can kind of move around a bit, and particularly if you're doing, this is for the online crew, if you're doing training, negotiations, business or conferences or interviews, etc. online, I have found, for me, whenever I do like my voiceover warm up or my voiceover work, or if I'm recording video and stuff, the majority of the time I do try to stand, because you get a different sense of energy. So you could just be reading something. Let me just grab this book. You could be reading something. I'm not going to stand because I'm going to miss the shot because I'm quite tall. You could be reading something, and when you stand, it changes the energy. So just try it. Pick a book or whatever it is you got, read it out. So your company has been one of our good customers for 14 years. Naturally, we're very grateful for your patronage. If I stand, I'm going to miss the shot. Yeah, because I'm too tall. But when you stand, it changes your energy levels, right? So it's like your company has been, when you stand, I'll just change it with my voice. You can sound as hugely different as this. Your company has been one of our good customers for 14 years. Naturally, we're very grateful for your patronage and are eager to give you the speedy, efficient service you deserve. So I find that if you be on your feet, you can give a different type of energy, and it helps you to free up yourself and move around naturally as your body normally would. So that's what I really would suggest. If you can, if it's like a half-hour talk or whatever, or you're going to get too nervous, probably don't sit down. But I find that the more comfortable and confident you get with how you sound when you're speaking, I find you can give a better presentation, delivery, training, conference, meeting, whatever it is, a Zoom online, if you're standing up. So you can really just free yourself. That's what I find. The energy levels are different. And I've done podcast interviews with people, and I've noticed a difference with those who are sitting down, and a huge difference with one lady who was standing up, because she was just on, okay? So, right, so that was what I was saying about body language, body movement, etc. Just 1 second. Now, I wanted to go into the Q&A section. So anyone who's got a question, this is the time to ask, okay? I want to go to the first question that I got on Facebook. Now, this is the question. Question from, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. Question from Kieran G. Hopefully I got your name right. My neighbor's called Kieran G. We used to call her Kieran. Okay, so Kieran G asks this question, everyone. How do I overcome a tendency? How do I overcome a tendency to say and ah? Or these are like examples of filler words. Okay, so you can have ah, okay, right. These are all different. It could be a sound or a word that you use as a filler word because you are not sure what you're going to say next, or you're not sure if you're not sure. Sorry, I got to plug in my phone. It just gave me a note that it's going to be 56 because you're not sure if what you're going to say is going to land properly. Okay, so what I would say to this, we have connection. What I would say to answer this question is one more point as well. Actually, just before I answer this question, this is something that came to me in regards to your dress code, right? With what you're wearing, particularly with women, because you can have so much choice. Be careful with your body movements. You need to make sure you're wearing something that you can move in, that it's not going to expose you, etc. And even like with your accessories, make sure they're not ones that are loud and jangly. Like these earrings are like my favorite, right? You'll probably often see me wearing them in my pictures and my videos, yeah. But when I'm recording in my studio, I don't wear these in there when I'm recording. You might see me in the studio in videos with me doing it because I'm making videos for like Instagram stuff. But if I'm recording like just the audio and stuff for like a client, I don't wear these earrings because they can make a lot of noise. So be careful what it is that you wear, okay? Could be like, just make sure your clothes make you confident, that you're comfortable, that you can move and that you can be you in them, okay? So that was what I wanted to say about body movement, body language, and also your dress code. It needs to complement what it is that you're wearing, okay? So I'm going to go back to the questions now. Sorry for that. So now, question number 1 from Kiran G, okay? Everyone ready? The question is, how do I overcome a tendency to say and these are just examples of filler words, which could be mine are in it. Remember my maths teachers go etc. But so these are just examples of filler words which you'll often say because you're not sure if you can say the next sentence, if it's going to drop powerfully, or you've just forgotten what it is you're going to say. So you just put in these words to kind of compensate for it. Okay, so what you would do is you need to probably train yourself not to say these words. This is very easy to said than done, and because it's natural to use filler words because you're not sure if you want to say the next word or say the next point, or if it's going to be a challenging conversation. But there are little tips I want to give you, right? If you struggle with how you speak and want to improve the way you speak, I would say one of the things is go on to like meetup.com, go on to eventbrite.com, or just Google Toastmasters. Like if you're in London, it'll be London, or if you're in Bulgaria, wherever it is you're in the world, in the States, you'd put in like your state, and then you can work out where is your nearest Toastmasters. What is great about Toastmasters is that you get the opportunity to speak in front of people maybe you know, you don't know. But what is great about Toastmasters, and a lot of the stuff are going online, so don't miss out, and a lot of the things what are great about Toastmasters, that they give you feedback, because a lot of people speak around, they don't know if they sound good. So what I would say is that with Toastmasters, you can go on there, join a speaking class or group, and you will get feedback on how you sound. Okay, and what I wanted to say is, with these filler words, this is my point. Let me just go back after Toastmasters. That's like a little freebie. All right, with the filler words, okay, focus instead. Don't focus on, right, everything is in the mind. You can do anything you want to do because it's all in the mind. If you think you want to be an excellent speaker, you can be. Tell your mind you are one. Okay, there we go. So first of all, you got to focus more so on your delivery, okay, of your speech and stuff. You've got to focus more on what it is you're trying to say. Make sure you deliver with passion, with enthusiasm and energy. And excellent. Everyone who's in the Instagram, hello. I don't know how to say this name. Nulasi Madru. I hope I've said your name right. Hi, Jamal. Hi, welcome to the class. Good to see you. So to kind of reduce the amount of filler words, I don't say get rid of filler words because that's natural, but to more so don't focus on I must not say Leighanne said don't go Leighanne said don't say okay, Leighanne said don't say no, that's not where I'm getting at. Focus more so on the delivery of the content. If you focus more on the delivery of the content, delivery with passion, with variation, with speed, with rhythm, if you're focused on the content, you're not going to be so worried about all the filler words because you know you're delivering a hot topic because you're an expert in it. And like human beings, you're human. And my friend used to say, be human. You're human. You're occasionally going to stumble and stuff and stutter and hesitate. And it's natural. And I would say, if you know your material, you know what it is you're going to say, whether you're going to deliver on a podcast or a training or an interview or I don't know, a radio show, etc. You're going to read an audio. Know your topic, because if you know your topic, you don't have time to put filler words in because you've got so much to deliver with passion, variation, rhythm, etc. on the topic. You don't have time to fill in with filler words. Does that make sense? So, and I think last week's class, I did a video on, so you have to scroll back. Those of you on the Facebook page, go into the unit section on the Facebook group. And those of you on Instagram, go back into the IGTV channel, and then you'll see the video that I did last week on filler words, and that'll give you more tips on that one. So Kieran G, I hope that answered your question about how the tendency to overcome ums and ahs. The next question I've got from Peter. All right, everyone listening? Here's a question. What are good questions to ask an audience? So depending on where you are, whether you've got a face-to-face presentation or you're on a Zoom with your teammates, or it's a training conference, or it's a negotiation. Just say, for example, you're going to present, I don't know, about a book. Okay, you're going to go and present about a book, a new book that's coming out. Some good questions to ask, which you should ask before you even prepare your talk. Okay. You need to ask, who are they? Whether it means you ask whoever's organizing the talk for you, or you ask the audience themselves. Like you could ask, like, who's in the audience? What are their prospects and stuff? Like, what are their ambitions and goals? And why they come to you present. Because some people only go to talks because their boyfriend or their husband or their friend said, you got to come out of me tonight. They haven't got a genuine interest in it. But some people go because they just love to go to talks. They love to learn, or they love you, or they want to get from you, or they want to learn from you because you're the expert in it. And ask them as well. These are probably pre-talk questions, probably, because they'll help you to put a speech together much more efficiently. I would say another question you can ask as well is how much does the person know about the topic? So for me, when someone says, Leighanne, I want to join your course, or Leighanne, I want you to give me coaching, I'll ask them to give me a voice note, like, how do you sound? What do you think your own weaknesses are? And where is the opportunity you get to speak? And you know, why do you want to refine? Because some people speak excellently for the lifestyle they're leading. Some people are trying to go to different levels, so they need to up and change and improve the way they speak. Okay. Also, I said questions like you can ask if you've got any kind of ideas or notions about the topic to the audience as well. And you need to know, I wouldn't ask the audience this, you need to know how long is their attention span. So if you're going to go and meet with teens, there's no point preparing a 30 or 45-minute presentation of you just talking. If they see that and hear that, me myself, I'd switch off myself. Because it's just too long. The attention spans these days are 10 or 12 seconds, I think it is, and their brain starts to trigger, because a lot of people's brains are trained to be distracted. So they'll be watching TV, on TikTok, reading a book, music playing. Do you see what I'm saying? So people are not usually trained. Less people are willing or interested to sit for 45 minutes, just listen to you talk. Me, I'm not going to sit down and listen to anybody talk. Once I hear someone just talking for 10 minutes, they're killing me with the PowerPoint slides. There are no videos, or no pictures. I'm trying to sort out my shopping list or something like that, you know. So be aware of who you're going to speak to, how old are they, what's their attention span, because usually short, sharp bursts of information. So I'm saying you could have a talk for 45 minutes. You break that up, give them an introduction, show pictures of you and your family, give a picture, talk a bit, have a video, talk a little bit, ask questions a little bit, put in a picture. Do you see what I'm saying? You break that up. Don't give someone 45 minutes of you talking. Oh my goodness, that is the worst life. That's like some uni lesson. Oh, no, that wouldn't be good. So you got to think, what's the attention span of your audience, and how long you've got to speak, and how can you break it up to deliver, whether you're an expert in, I don't know, maths or bookkeeping or book writing, speaking, coaching, whatever it is you're good at, whatever it is you're trying to teach and train, you really need to know who's your audience and what's their attention span. Okay, so Peter, I hope I answered those questions. If I have any more questions, please feel free to drop them in now. Do not be shy. Those of you on Facebook, those of you on the Zoom, those of you on Instagram, if you have a question, now is the time to ask your questions about how can you improve the way you speak. Like, do you have something that you need to speak at this week, or did you speak in the last few months, or are you struggling with doing all these Zoom and meetings online and stuff, and like presenting yourself effectively online? And are you engaged in the team meetings? Do people listen to you? Do you have to speak on a podcast or a radio, or I don't know, on the intercom at work? Like, do people understand you? Are you very clear when you speak? Are you engaging as well? Because there's no point talking unless you're engaging. Because listen, let me drop this little gem for you. Now, you know, I'm always talking about storytelling. So I'm not talking it just to push my calls, but yes, I'm trying to push my calls. But what I tell you about storytelling is humans are emotional characters. Not that they're out of control of their emotions, that's not what I'm saying, but are built with emotions, okay? Now, stories move the emotions. If someone can move your emotion, either make you angry, make you tearful, make you laugh, they're going to stay more poignant. They're going to stick out more in your memory. So that's why I say, and they stick in your heart more as well. So that's why I say, when you speak, always use storytelling technique, right? Because stories move a person's heart, and that's where the close, heartfelt memories are. Information, those just stay in someone's head. Those are like where the logistics stay. And once the information or another bit more information, more importance come in, your little boring information was given maybe 3 weeks ago in a course has gone. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Stories move the heart, information moves the head. So that's why I say to you, train yourself to be an effective storyteller when you speak. Whether you're given quarterly stats, give it as in a story. Whether you're talking about book or weave or doing a podcast or doing training or doing whatever it is you're doing, deliver it with storytelling techniques. Okay, and you remember I told you every week I talk about them. The storytelling techniques, you know, about know your audience, how much time you've got, your rhythm, the tone, using words, trying to pull someone's emotion and stuff. That's what I'm saying to you. You really need to be able to do that. So, of course, I'm not just telling you this just to tell you. I really want to help you to grow and improve, because I've just learned loads of these techniques of how to be an engaging speaker by using storytelling techniques. Yes, 100% agree with you. My voice sounds nice, it sounds calming, etc. So it sounds like a natural storyteller, but I use it to even more ability by using storytelling techniques to be more effective when I speak. There's the difference. So you don't have to sound like me. You have to sound the best like you. But I want you to use these storytelling techniques, which I'll go into more detail on my website. And please, if you have not joined the course already, what are you doing? Like, you're just like, I don't know, like this year 2020 just showed me so much stuff about myself, about life, about you just got to improve, because you don't even know if tomorrow's here for you. Do you know what I'm saying? So on the course, right, I talk about obviously loads and loads of stuff. I talk about like time and audience, body language, having a good hook, because some people want to talk but they don't want to give you a little hook, a little appetizer. And like when you go for dinner, you have a starters, which is to, like, you know, give you appetizer and stuff, then you just eat your meal and you sweeten it off at the end, you know. So I'd really encourage you, please go onto my website, www.leighannsvoice.com. have a look at the course. You can try before you buy, so you can go on, see the video. The intro video is up there, it's on preview mode. You can have a look at the template and stuff, see if it's something that you need, if you want to change and if it's time that you want to raise your game, you want to improve the way you speak, right? Because everyone can speak, but not everybody speaks effectively, okay? And sometimes the things are not happening in life because it's the way you speak, it's the way you answer things, the way you talk to people, those type of things. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying you need to be this biggest, greatest negotiator. I'm just saying that you need to use your voice, which is a tool given to you as a gift. Use it effectively. You work it like a muscle. It's like how you train, you go gym, you go running, you do jiu-jitsu, all of these exercises. Like, it's the same with your voice. You need to really train and learn how to use it more effectively. And I'm here as your big sister, speaking coach, big sister. Yes, I'll call myself that title today. And just to really help and guide and coach you. So 2 things I want you to do. Go onto the website, check out the course. And tell me what you think about it. How's it going to help you? Secondly, I would love you to join the mailing list, because each week I touch base with my crew. I love it, and I just give out little gems. This week I told them about love sandwiches, and I know 110% people can get on your nerves at work, in the gym, in your home, everywhere, and you just want to just go sometimes, if that's your natural state. But I give a technique about a love sandwich, about how you can speak to people and give them the correction. So those of you who are on the mailing list, you know the answer to that. Those of you who don't know what a love sandwich is, you need to join the mailing list so you can work out how to speak more effectively using this love sandwich technique, which I'll talk about this week. And if you're missing out, you're not missing out, you're not getting to spend no time with me. Each week I send out information, get exclusive priority and asking questions in the classes. They get all access to the courses and on the mailing list as well, where I give out information tips to really help you, which sometimes I wish like someone had given me this like 20 years ago, and I'm like, I could have just avoided some situations there. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And of course, please hang out with me. I hang out everywhere, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Zoom. I love it. Do you know what I mean? So please, if you didn't want to ask the question today, you felt a bit shy, don't worry. You can DM me, you can email me on leighann@leighannsvoice.com if you have any questions or queries. And I'm actually getting up some new courses by the end of this year. I'm too excited. One's about, obviously, how to use storytelling is up there. One's about how to develop a stronger voice, because some people have a great voice, but it's not that strong. And then I want to do, and I've got some more courses coming up about interviews and accent reduction as well. Okay, so it's been great hanging out with you. Please, please, please join the mailing list. You can go on the website, as I said, www.leighannsvoice.com, and join. Click at the top on the right hand side, the mailing list. It's been great hanging out with you. Everybody on Zoom, thanks so much for coming. On the Facebook group, everybody on Instagram, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jamal, for coming. Buck, I think your name is, and there was someone else, Nil, I'm not sure if I've got this name right, Nilulathi Mamu. I hope I got it right. I I don't like when people butcher up my name either. I know what you're saying. But yes, it's been great hanging out. If you have any questions that you want me to answer in the class, please feel free to DM me or email me, and I'll try and get it answered in one of the next few videos coming up in the next few weeks. So that was great hanging out with you. Bye-bye, everybody on the Facebook. Ciao, ciao, ciao for now. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, everybody on Instagram. It's been great hanging out with you. See you next week. Bye-bye, everyone on Instagram. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. I'll see you next week. And bye-bye, everybody on the Zoom room. It's been